Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect out there through the Spirit. I wanted to do this video, which, every now and then there's just certain topics that kind of recirculate just to really feel like newer believers and whatnot, new followers and whatnot. And this is one of those videos that I do maybe once or twice a year. Just one of those topics, that kind of just needs to be retouched on through the Spirit, because again, a lot of newer believers and followers, more and more, and then not only that, because people always, especially the past few weeks, I've been hearing a lot of, we hear it all the time, as far as people, they look at our demeanor and, y'all need to smile more, why don't y'all smile, and, stuff like that. And it's just always like, man, because what is there to smile about? Now, granted, we are content. Make no mistake about it. We are content with what we got. We're not pussyfooting around. Just walking around, being a bunch of big crybabies or not like that. Because quite frankly, we're in a very privileged position. All right. So it's definitely something that we can't take for granted. But nevertheless, our spirit, on the same note, man, and that's why I titled this is the way that I titled it, The Diary of a Mad Black Man, so-called black man. Because again, what is there to smile about? All right. Because I'm going to go ahead and get this. You hear that all the time, Y'all don't smile. Why? Y'all need to smile more. But again, it's like, what is there to smile about? Matter of fact, before I get that, I'm going to get this. Because knowing the reality that we live in versus how it's supposed to be, there is a level of bitterness that you develop being in this thing, growing up in the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai, growing in the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai. All right. It's like the scripture said, with much wisdom is going to come much grief. All right. Which I'm going to get that. Before I do, I'm going to get this in Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right. So, you see, with that being said, again, like I said, people always want to ask the question, look at our demeanor, question, why we don't smile. And because, again, the more we grow in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, tells you in Colossians how, matter of fact, because I think I misquoted that. I just want to make sure that's the right precept. That's either Colossians or Galatians. But just to be on the safe side, Colossians chapter 3 verse 1. If ye be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth, on the right hand of the Most High. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. So basically, that's where we're at with it. That's where our mindset is at. All right, which is another thing that people will tell you from time to time, man. Hey, because people see that we be in our own zone, we be in our own world. We're not of this world, And you hear another thing that you'll hear a lot in this truth. The more you grow, is people will tell you, man, you need to come off the clouds, man. Come back down to reality, basically, because our mind is set on things on above. Our mind is on the kingdom. We're kingdom minded. You see? So, as I was saying, the more we grow in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the more we grow in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Because the scriptures talk about how we're not of this world. We're not of this place. That's why I'm gonna go back to that Hebrews 13 and read it again. Hebrews 13 and 14 again. It says, "For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come." All right. And that's where our mind is at, again, on the kingdom. All right. But with that being said, we're here. All right. For the meantime, we're here. But this is not our rest. You see, this is not our rest. All right. This is an unnatural habitat for the Israelite, mainly for the Israelite man. All right. So with that being said, it's vexing. It's hell. It's vexing on all sides. You see, Jay cannot get a break out here. Jay can't get a break for nothing. And yet people have the nerve to question, well, why don't y'all smile? Y'all need to smile more. The scriptures also tell you in Ecclesiasticus how a wise man scarcely doeth he smile a little, roughly paraphrasing. Because again, it's like, what is it a smile about? Jake is just walking around here with this Joel Osteen big ass smile on the face. And it's just like, what is there to smile about? Now, granted, because there's a balance to everything. So that's not to say that, you can't go out, have a good time, or whatever the case may be. But even with that being said, it's still, because you just know at the back of your mind, man, and King Solomon said it, in all his glory. It's not the kingdom, even being around brothers, which that's the only time brothers really get to be themselves. But even with that being said, because I know in the back of my mind when we're fellowshipping with the Akim, I just know in the back of my mind, brothers still catching hell, and the brothers still brothers catching hell still, because like King Solomon said, this is not the kingdom. This is just not. This ain't it. No matter how much we so-called gain on the side, this ain't it. All right. So again, for here, we have no continuing city. All right, but we seek one to come, and that's what we're longing for. You see. What was I going to get? Bear with me. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." So you see, man, again, the diary of a mad black man, so-called black man, because again, being oppressed on every side, again, knowing our nature. And that's one thing about Jake, they know, even 2/3. Jake knows they come from royalty. You could just see how, from the way Jake, from their style, the way they dressed, the way, for the most part, Jake carries himself. Jake is always blinged out and always wants to get the biggest diamonds, and because that's because we know we come from royalty. That's just something in our spirit. We know we come from royalty, and that's the thing, because it all makes sense when we're called into this truth, when the Lord wakes us up. Like, damn, like I quoted again, oppression, oppression. Well, I just read that. There was another one I just quoted about damn. See, that's why we need those new bodies, man. It's from last mind, but I just quoted it. Yeah, more you grow in wisdom, the more you grow in grief. Roughly paraphrasing. You see, because again, there's just this understanding of, like I said, how it's supposed to be versus the reality that we live in. All right, you know, the Lord wanted world our number as kings. You know, as kings, because make no mistake about it, we are kings in exile, and that's the thing about it. You know, we're kings in exile. But you see, we're longing for the day, man. All right, we're longing for that day. What day? Well, I'm gonna get that in Isaiah, but before I get that, let me get this in Ecclesiastes 1:18. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll just get to the point. Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth sorrow. So you see, the more we grow in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the more bitter we become. Again, this is not it, man. Something that I'm grateful for every single day. That this is not it. Because if it was it, if this was it, man, boy, we're through. You know, we're through. We're finished. But knowing how it's supposed to be, you see, that's why. Because and then it's almost like when it comes to hopefully love brothers, it's like an extra. It hits us extra hard because, you know, if we're of that number, you know, if we are indeed of that number, then this is our fault. You know, this is all our fault. You know, it's something that I've been meditating on, and I did it before, maybe, about the judges of the city, how they fell. You know, because typically in the ancient world, you know, when you came to a city, you know, you had few judges at the gates, right? There are few judges at the gates, you know, those leaders, right? That's why the scriptures emphasize, the point, or the Lord emphasizes the point on not taking bribery, because, you know, taking bribes, that's going to pervert judgment. And that's essentially what happened. The judges, you know, ended up taking bribery. Eventually, the cities were overcome because of the judges fell. The judges of the city fell. The grand scheme of things, again, if we're of that number, if we are indeed of that number, like I said, this is our fault. You know, brothers, because this is our fault. You know, this is our fault. If we be of those men, then this is our fault indeed. But of course, you know, it's a well-taught lesson for those the sons. All right, those elect men. It's a well-taught lesson. All right, it's a well-taught lesson. You know, and hey, it's almost time to get up out of here, because I was gonna get this in Isaiah 51. Because with all that being said, you know, yeah, brothers catching hell. Your brothers are vexed. You know, this shit is tiring. You know, it's draining. You know, the spirit of that succubus, man. It's just like, man, the spirit of this world really, it just sucks the energy out of you, man. You know, and that's why, as a matter of fact, I think it's in this chapter. No, that's not it, but I'm gonna get this real quick, because if it wasn't for the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man, like I said, man, we're through. I'm gonna get this real quick, then I'm gonna go back to that Isaiah 51. If I can find it. Isaiah. Where's it at? Isaiah 61. And Isaiah 61:1. It says, the Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. And that's the Spirit, because, you know, what I'm going to get in Isaiah 51, it lines up with this. All right. Because, hey, our time was almost up. You know, because that's what I was saying. Brothers catching hell, brothers going through what they're going through, but on the same note, man, hey, that's what people say, rejoice ye heavens. Alright? Talking about you Israelites, so-called Negroes, like Negroes and Indians. Alright? Because again, this ain't it. It's here to serve our captivity, to serve our punishment. And like I said, hey, this is a lesson, a well-taught lesson to those heirs. And Lord willing, we be at that number 8. We get it, man. We get it. All right. But the point I wanted to get was at the beginning, where it said the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because I was like I'm saying, that succubus spirit, man. This place really drains the life force out of you, man. It just takes you for everything that you got, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. You know, we're just more and more being broken down. And if it wasn't for the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai being in us, hey, we're done. You know, we're finished. With the water Yahweh Shema Shai. But I'm gonna read through that again because the Lord had anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. And that's the good tidings, the good news, the gospel. Hey, yeah, you know, we're catching hell, but this is the last time I got to go through this shit, man. This is it. This is it. All right. It says, He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. So you see, you know, again, all right, you know, and this is to those, because the scriptures talk about, roughly paraphrasing, seeking after those that have the like mind like you, like us, you know, because there's still some jakes out there that have to be woken up. There's that same feeling that we got before the Lord woke us up to this. You know, hey, there's jakes out there, hey, you know, that have to be woken up. You know, jakes out there that are inquiring, like, why is it such? Why are things the way that they are? And, you know, the same questions that we had. You know, it says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. And again, you see, because that's the spirit that we're in. You know, again, hey, brothers are vexed on all sides. On all sides, brothers are catching hell. You know, and the $1 million question, how long? You know, how long? Well, the answer is not long at all. Right? Because no one in their right mind, and I'm going to say that again, no one in their right mind, because, again, that's why we seek after like-minded individuals, the hopeful elect. Because only the hopeful elect want to be freed. Only the elect see something wrong. You know? Only the elect only the elect know in their spirit that something ain't right. Only the elect know this. You know, and that's what this message is for. You see, going back to Isaiah 51. And 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. So you see, man, because again, a pit, you can read about that also in Psalm the 40th chapter, going into that miry pit, man, a pit designed to just keep you down, just keep you on the bottom. Like I said, man, it's just everything, man. It's on all sides, man. Jake is falling apart. Jake is just being drained on every aspect, man. And again, it's just how long? Because we're tired of this shit. We're tired of this place. You know? I'm ready to smack every Edomite that I see out here, man. I'm tired of these, you know, looking at these Edomites, these red Hebrew Edomites, man. I'm tired of looking at these crackers, man. You know? Tired of these doubles. Just tired of this shit. You know? Ain't nothing but disorder and just tired of this shit. Confusion. Just tired of this shit. You know? But there's work that needs to be done, you know? Work still has to be done. You see? But that's what we're desperately seeking, man. To be freed. To be let loose. Because I was saying earlier, no one in their right mind wants to stay in captivity. You know? No one in their right mind wants to stay in captivity. I'm going to emphasize that point again. No one in their right mind wants to stay in captivity, man. Because again, like I was saying, as kings, hey, listen, you know, we're like chained up lions. You know, you ever go to the zoo? And I stopped going to the zoo. I stopped going to the zoo years ago. And I'm talking about even before this truth. You know, because there was just something in my spirit, man. Just seeing those animals in captivity. You could tell those animals are depressed. You can tell. You can tell, man. You know, animals, some of those animals, man, they in captivity so long, you know, they're so domesticated that if you try to let them back in the wild, they're not going to survive because they're just too institutionalized, man. It's too far gone. They're too far gone. That's why I see the animals, man, they be lashing out on the zookeepers and whatnot. Because they just say, the hell with it, man. You know? But even more in particular, man, like I said, I remember it, going to the zoo. The last time I went to a zoo, I remember it. You know? Going into the lion section, man. Them lions look depressed. Because the lion, he's supposed to have a dominion. You know, he's supposed to have all his territory to roam, right? But you know, box this lion in a freaking cage, man. Eventually, the lion, he forgets who he is. He forgets his nature. You know, he forgets that he's the quote-unquote king of the jungle. You know, and it's like, what is this? What the hell is this? You know, all that built-in frustration and tension and, you know, bitterness. You know, and you know, just likewise us, man. Because our nature, like I said, hey, we're kings, man. You know, we're lions. You know, we want to rule. We want our dominion. You know, we want our dominion, man. We want what's ours, what belongs to us, starting with Yahushua first and foremost. Because again, we're just heirs. You know, by default, it's Yahushua's. You know, but we're ready to be set free. I did a video a couple of months ago, maybe 2 months ago or so. You know, where those calves, those cows being let loose out the stalls, man, and they were jumping, happy. You know, and the scriptures talk about that, man. roughly paraphrasing, like calves being set free out of the stalls, man. You know, because again, man, this ain't it. This ain't it. You know, it's just this bitter ass captivity. And it's like, when is this shit gonna end? You know, well, again, because that's the gospel, the good tidings. All right, this is it, man. We're at the end. It's just a matter of time. You know, it's just a matter of time. You know, it's just a matter of time, man. A few things have to play out. It's just a little thing of patience. This shit's not going on another 10, 20, 50 years, man. I highly, highly doubt that. You know, but yeah. This is not our rest. This is not our kingdom. People that always want to, y'all need to smile. Y'all never smile. Smile, you know. And people just don't have, they just don't have understanding, you know. What is there to smile about? We're in another man's captivity. We're in another man's kingdom. All right, it's just like, what is there to smile about? Well, you know, ain't nothing to smile about. You know, but that's the beautiful thing about it, because we've been at the bottom for so long. And listen, you know, being that we've been on the bottom so long, the only way from here is up. You know, when you're down, hey, the only way up is up. The only way is up. You know, but Lord willing, this was edifying, encouraging, and uplifting to whom this may concern. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Shema Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.